Hello students, welcome to Writer's Workshop. Today we are going to have the lesson you've all been waiting for, how to do your table of contents. Every day students have been asking me, Mrs. Kilmer, I finished my teaching book. When can I do my table of contents? Well, today's the day. Let me show you. So, if we look over at my book, you should have done your cover by now. If you notice, I made a fun little person doing tree pose with a heart and a peace sign smiling by Mrs. Kilmer. To do my table of contents, I have to review my book. So on this page, I remember I wrote about who can do yoga and where you do yoga. So I can just go back to my table of contents. And this is like the first chapter, so I can write a number 1 there. I can write who, where, and then I can write, oh, what goes there? The page number. So that's another thing that you need to do as you're reviewing your book, is make sure you like how the pages are and you put a little page number. So I'm going to put a little 1 here at the bottom. I know that who and where is on page 1. So I'm going to write a P for page and 1 right there. Okay, what comes on page 2? Oh, remember, this was about lots of stretching. So page 2, I'm going to put a page number at the bottom, and I'm going to go back to the table of contents here. I'm going to put this as chapter 2, and it's called Lots of Stretching. And I remember that was page 2. Okay, what's on page 3? Let's take a look. Oh, this was about stuff you will need. So that's going to be page 3. It also is like chapter 3, right? So far my chapters each only have 1 page. And I'm going to write the title. Stuff you will need. And that's on page 3. Okay, let's keep going. After stuff you will need, I wrote about breathing in yoga. So let's see, that's page number 4. I'm going to put my page number 4. I'm going to know, if you think you're going to forget the page number it's on, you could go ahead and write the page number first. This is chapter 4, and it's all about breathing. Now, I've got a little problem. I don't have any more lines for my table of contents. So here's what you can do. So with your staple remover, you can take apart this All About book, and maybe you can go find the other one if you didn't use all your table of contents pages from there, and you can grab an empty one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick this in here as my second part of my table of contents. So my table of contents is taking 2 pages, and then I'm going to re-staple it. Okay, I'm ready to continue. So where was I? You're always reviewing, rereading when you're working with your writing. Let's see. Who, where, lots of stretching, stuff you will need, and breathing. I was up to page 4. What's next? Okay, here, the next page was about different poses. Okay, that's page 5. I'm going to write a number 5. Different poses. And in fact, even the next page was diagrams showing different poses, right? So this is page 6, and that tells me that that part of my book, that chapter, has 2 pages. So I'm going to go back. Here I am, table of contents. So right here, this is, let me check, always checking and rechecking. This is going to be this was chapter 4, so this is chapter 5. And this is called different poses, and just to be sure, let's see, what page numbers were they? They were pages 5 and page 6. Okay, so I can write a P and I can write 5 and 6. And then what was at the end of my book? Oh, that was the page Fun Facts About. I haven't even written that part of my book yet. I'm saving that to do some research on some cool questions I have about yoga. But I'm going to go ahead and I can number it, page number 7, because I know that's the last part of my book. I'm going to go back to the table of contents. Section number 6, or chapter 6, is going to be Fun Facts. And I know that's going to be on page 7. And tomorrow I'm going to show you how to do some research to find some fun facts that you could add to your book. So, to review, your cover's finished. Today was all about doing table of contents. You have to number, right in the bottom corner here, you have to number all your pages. Go back and see what you wrote about on each page, and then write that in your table of contents. Now, what if you don't have special paper? Well, you can just write your table of contents on a regular page. You can see I did that right here. I wrote table of contents. I just wrote yoga in big letters with smiley faces. And then I just did the same thing on the regular lines. I wrote chapter 1, who, where, is on page 1. Chapter 2, lots of stretching, on page 2. Chapter 3, stuff you will need, on page 3. Chapter 4, breathing, on page 4. Chapter 5, different poses, pages 5 and 6. And fun facts is going to be on page 7. So you can also just use regular paper, if that's all you have, to make your table of contents, and it will turn out just great. Off to your writing.